And we do it at 40 days old, so they're really tiny still.
So Isaac is not here, huh?
He is.
Yeah,
I'm still up.
Oh.
he's in the voice chat.
Dating.
Sorry. All right, I didn't see. Oh, okay. All right, so we're only down one. Good.
Boycotting us for not having left Discord yet.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks for sticking around another week or three here until we figure out what we're doing.
Well, I hope we have it figured out in a week.
Yeah. And maybe if there's time at the end, we can talk about that a little bit. But I will say I've got about 50 Discords. Of course, I really only pay attention to this one anyway, so I won't really be missing anything.
Yeah, I have about 1 million Discords that I mostly ignore unless they scream for my attention.
Yeah. All right.
This one, which is never ignored.
Of course.
Interestingly, 1 second.
Attempting resolved connection to server, but not quite.
Uh-oh.
I know, acquiring file list, it woke up.
So last time on every monster looking thing must be attacked, there was the group had pushed north past this pool that they were suspicious of due to the obvious tracks which seemed to avoid the pool, and probably rightly so, because as they disturbed the water they found two things sort of leap out of the pool, two water-like creatures seemingly made of the water. So they've seemed to have successfully avoided that pitfall, and then they, eager for blood, they decided to just bum rush a gaggle of kobolds.
Yep.
And
we decided to bum rush. Well, they were there.
Yeah, they just happened to be there. And Tolar, not wanting to be left out, decided to just launch himself right in the middle of things. So he is now
Really epic.
I agree. That was perfect.
Good.
He felt the need to try to save the damsel.
It was I who suggested it, so I will take full responsibility, whatever happens here. But Mark was the one who rolled it, and then he's like, "Oh, I should have made you roll it, Jen."
That is true.
It was perfectly fine. I probably would have done very much the same thing, or at least something similar. All right. My data's coming in now.
Okay. So you're still connecting? Is Pete connected?
Yep, I see Vartan.
Cool.
Vartan's avatar always makes me think of Avatar,
which is a film I've not seen.
Take your time.
Soon there'll be more of them.
The boy is yelling at me from his bedroom that he's watching us. Because that isn't creepy.
Well, I have found out that my son has done that too.
Oh, he's watched us?
Yeah. He and I'm like, I made a comment and then he like answered, and I'm like looking at him like I said something offhand that like had slight connotations, and he goes, "Oh yeah, he and I'm like, "Oh, how do you know?" And he goes, "Oh, I've watched you." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
That's funny. Wait, how old is your son?
17.
17. Yeah, that's funny. Creeping on dad.
Yep. Yeah,
what
it was,
I don't
it was
like
probably
about
something like I made a comment like, I'm not that nerdy, and he called me out.
he called you out.
Mhm.
Oh, somehow I have control of Tor. Maybe take that away from me.
Honestly, I'm not sure I can. Or if I
Uh-huh.
can, I have no idea how to do it.
Oh,
Okay.
let me get the.
I noticed that all of the kobolds are facing away from us.
There was me thinking they were just wearing party hats.
I honestly don't know how to rotate their picture, so they're all just gonna face away.
It's all good. They'll be dead anyway.
You right click them, and then you click rotate.
Oh.
That's too much work for this many.
Mm-hmm.
Now
Strange.
everybody's changing their pointers.
Well, I know how to get their facing. I can do that. But the icon, I don't know how to do that.
Oh, yeah, I don't know that can be done. We were talking about the party hats.
Oh, okay. Well, just for you, I'm fixing them.
Thanks.
It's just actually their background.
Is there one under Alkias?
I don't know.
Oh no, it's just that's his party hat.
We'll find out when he's jabbed from below.
Yeah.
Thor doesn't have a party hat.
No, he's got a
Oh,
party
no.
morning star.
No.
Thor doesn't have a
I'm a
party
heavy
hat.
metal
He's
party.
not here yet. Oh no, he is here.
Yeah, he is here. Yep.
So what are we waiting for?
Yeah.
Well, at this point, I'm sorry. It's Varatan's turn. We're at the top of the next round of
I
combat.
was not aware it was my turn.
No, I
Okay,
just
good.
because I just told you. so
So time to finish off that archpriest, I guess. Where's my character sheet? I got buried. Too many windows.
Yes, the archpriest worries me because he's arch.
This is Arch.
Oh, nice.
wow. Well, I
He's
suppose
not that arch.
no.
He's got a new face decoration. Looks a lot like the fletching from your arrow.
Pretty.
Anything else besides death dealing?
Nope.
Arresta.
Okay. I'm kind of stuck out here. And I mean, I really, if I pulled out my sling, would have a target-rich environment. In more ways than one. But I think what I'm going to do is... Oh, well, this is not helpful. I'm going to stay down here, and I'm going to stay pressed up against this wall with my staff out, and anything that comes running by that isn't Vartan, or Sorek, or Tor, or
Yes.
yeah, Alkias. I'm going to smack it. Because unless there's a way for me to get in there and reach over, I don't think I can do this. Is Sorak short enough for me to be able to shoot over his head without hitting him?
Yeah, but you would have a penalty to taking your shot.
No,
And
that's okay.
Yeah, it's only my brain.
Yeah, I don't mind penalties to my shots.
all right, and if you roll 6 or less, then you're gonna hit something beside your target.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna do that then. I'm gonna come up here and hit things besides my target. Cause I'm taking caution and I'm giving it to the wind. Oh, okay. With my sling.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
yeah.
Nice.
I forgot to target something.
That's all right.
This
Well,
one here, Kobold Priest 3.
This big one in the middle, Tor?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. No, Kobold Priest 3.
Cobalt Priest 3. So roll a 1d6.
Why do we have Menlaus
Why?
in our party?
Wait, why a 1d6?
Oh, that's just because that's what I picked on the viewing thing. You're right. I guess we don't really need Menlaus. Let's see. Can I release? Ah, there you go.
Thank you.
Mark?
What's that?
You said roll a 1d6?
Yeah, or is it a 1d4? I'm sorry for crits. Were we is it
Max
additional
plus 1d4.
1d4. Okay, thank you.
Ooh.
2. And what's your sling? Is it 4?
4.
Okay, so 6 damage.
Yeah.
To Priest 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's not happy with you.
Yep.
Anything
There's
else?
3 guys. Well, 2 guys in between me and him. So
And Elkias has already poked him a couple times.
Our human is bleeding slowly now, though. Cobalt Priest 1 begin. Well, where is he? Where is he?
11 o'clock in my token.
Yes. I think he's going to take a step back and target the new fella. There we go. Oh, that didn't do it. Come on. All right, good enough. All right, he begins chanting, and I need Tor to give me a Constitution save.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. And you feel what you sense what feels like razors kind of slashing across your body, your entire body, and leaving little cuts in your skin, and you may take 4 points of damage.
Okay.
Cobalt 2, 5. 3 is close to you. 2 is close, so he'll step in. Let's take the priest step back a little bit. Miss. 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 And another miss. Priest is dead. Okay, priest 4. Where's my 4? He's buried in here somewhere.
He's over by me.
Mm-hmm. Actually, let me do this. Alright. He is going to run into the corner.
Don't I get a attack of opportunity, him pulling away? Because he was my target.
That's right. Yes. Yeah, because he's not really giving. He's not taking a cautious. He's just running back out of sort of a slight panic. So go ahead.
I don't know why I rolled that. Actually, I do know why I rolled that. That's why I wanted to roll.
Yeah.
Why I didn't target him? Oh, because I. No. Thought. Oh, I know. Yeah, I rolled the wrong stupid dice.
That's right. Bear with me a second. I need to check their AC. What's that attack with your bonuses and everything?
Yeah, it's +5.
Oh, so 15. All right.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that's a hit. So roll your damage. Jeez. Well, let's just say he doesn't get that far. I think that's it. Now it's Alcius's turn. Anybody want to take a shot for him?
I do it. What do you?
Well, he's a thief, so I think he would just attack, slash.
He's got a rapier.
Trying to find him. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, he's
There
on
he
the
is.
right hand of the top of the stairs there.
So yeah, I don't have access to his character sheet, but yeah,
Uh-oh.
he'll attack Kobold number 3, I guess.
Yeah, he was focusing on 3. Yep.
I agree. 3 should die.
So I'll just roll a d20. I don't really know his bonus or anything. Oh shoot, crappy.
Mm. Yeah, that's not gonna do it.
I don't think he's got enough bonuses to hit, right?
No. No, I think at that point you'd
All right.
need like a +7 or 8.
Then he'll slide a little on, he'll slide here, sort of get out of the doorway a little bit to the right. And then he's kind of up behind those other guys.
Out of curiosity, do you have a cat in your lap that's purring crazily, or?
No, I have I am the proud parent to 3 Boston. One of them sitting there oinking while he sleeps.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that was a dog growl or a cat purr.
Nope, no, he's snoring.
Yeah, okay. We'll have to figure out what a sound effect that would go with. Okay, 6. Oh. 6 is not really within combat range. He's going to do that. He is also going to start to chant. And Tor, I need another con save.
Okay. Man, I've got some crappy rolls so far.
Yeah, you're not having much luck on those.
No, I'm hoping the pendulum swings before it's my turn.
Yeah, that's it. Use it all up on someone else.
Yeah. Same thing as before. You feel sort of razors slashing at your skin for 2 points of damage. And
this is not a disease effect, right?
No.
Okay.
No, it is a magic effect, but it's not a. I think 4 would target the thief who just stepped into range. And what is Alcius's AC?
He's probably not that high.
15.
15?
Yeah, it's 15. He is going to miss. And it is Tor's turn.
Okay. So, summoning the influence of my D, I thrust my shield high and shout the name Tubos at a very level. The holy symbol on my shield flares brightly for a moment, and basically I'm going Hiriam's Spirit, which forces a charisma check to everything within every enemy within 20 feet of me, or they are stunned for 3 rounds.
Oh.
Let me see if I can. Well, actually, I don't know if I can target all these guys.
They're within 20.
Let me do it. Yeah. I can. Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna say a third of them make it. We'll say the priests. So what happens? I'm sorry. What is the effect?
They're
stunned for a round.
They're stunned 3 rounds for 3 rounds.
For 3 rounds. Holy shnikes!
Nice.
Yeah, it's one round per level.
Let's
Razor
see.
blade spells.
This is payback.
You want to play with priestly magic? I will show you how to play with priestly magic.
Yeah, here's the other side of that coin.
I'll take that off. Bear with me a second. All right, and we're gonna leave one priest stunned and the other unstunned. Oh, he's gonna cat. Well, let's see, where is he at? 5. All right, he is going to actually depart and run in the other room. And Tor, actually, let me expose. He made the check. He was one of the third that made it, and Tor can actually see into this room a little bit, and it looks like just a kind of a large room. It looks very cave-like, very rough walls. He's going to disappear around the corner.
He is running like a madman.
Zorak.
Okay, well, Kobold number 5 stands before me, stunned.
Should be easy to kill.
Yes.
Oh.
How do I?
The fact
How do
that
I critical fumble?
Yeah, I gotta say, normally I wouldn't worry about a fumble, but the fact that you're swinging at a stunned target and you still fumbled, I think we need to do something with that. Let me pull out real quick. I think I have a fumbles table.
Why? Too close to Tor. His bad juju done jujued me.
I have good juju. Thank you.
Oh, man.
Roll me a d6. It's alright. Oh, okay. 1 or 2. Something seriously bad has to happen. Let's see.
Has to.
Absolutely has to. Yes.
I slip and fall on my axe. Not what I want to do.
Oh, now hang on. Bear with me 1 second. I had critical fumbles. Critical fumble. There we go. All right, nix
There is
that.
nothing worse than a critical fumble.
I'm gonna roll it for you, I guess. Let's see. Oh, that's critical hit.
Well, you're not telling me to roll percentiles,
Nope.
because then I'd be like, is he looking at a roll master critical fumble table?
Ow.
Well, I'm tempted. I think I want to let you roll it, because there could be some damage here. Do you have tables? Can you look and see if you have a table 17.1b? 17.1b?
Let me think.
Or just search for fumble. I think you'll find it.
No, it's not in the tables
No.
thing. Let me try to find the
Oh
PDF.
no, I like 16 better. No, that's right. I'm gonna roll.
Okay.
You know what? You
I don't know. I'm scared.
okay?
I'm scared.
I'm gonna roll it.
I'm scared.
Bite own tongue off, tip down, and damage impaired. Well, that doesn't even make sense. What is that? Bite own tongue off. What did we roll? 7. Bite own tongue off, tip down, and damage impaired. Oh, it doesn't even make sense. Let's go back to the original. Minimum damage. That doesn't make sense either. Oh, these tables aren't very good. We're just gonna leave it.
Probably awesome compared to a roll master table.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right.
Ugh.
We're
I
just.
used to love rollmaster tables, but
I did, except for the
just for
fumble
reading
table.
through.
Oh yes,
Not for
Exactly.
being
Yeah.
affected by it.
yeah.
Yeah.
The magic. Oof. Critical magic failures. Oh, shudder. Good to read though. Good to read.
All right. Since this is taking too long, we're just gonna leave it where it lays. We're gonna just call it a. You know what? We'll just call it a. You've lost the weapon. You're gonna have to pick it up next round. It slides out of your hand, and back to our initiative. Priest 1. Again, is going to step back and begin casting. And Tor, I need another Constitution save.
Okay.
Definitely a better.
A little bit.
Yeah, well, that works. 3 and 5. I believe 3 has already done that, so he's gonna run in for a bite.
Did you say 3 and 5? Because 5 looks like
5, the one that took off. Okay, yeah, 5's doing something else. 3 tries to bite you, misses. 1 is stunned, so that brings us up to Vartam.
You skipped Arista.
Yeah, you skipped Arista.
Oh, did I? Did I really? Seriously? Seriously? Does it matter? Go, Arista.
Seriously.
So just crit something again, you know.
she might have a nuke online with that
Someone has
slingshot.
to. I mean, we can't all be
Well,
Sora.
Well, for the record, she and I were
Hey,
discussing
hey.
her magic, and I think she doesn't like any of her spells, which is why she doesn't use them.
So
that's a difficulty.
my combat spells, I don't have very many. And other ones I have, the most powerful ones are kind of evil. And that sits poorly with me. So yeah.
Understandable.
kobold priest, I cannot figure out how to target somebody. So it does not appear that
Control, click on them, I thought.
Yeah, control and click.
Control
Control and left click the.
Yep, there you got priest 3.
Oh, good. Then I shall shoot him. Missed him.
Okay.
It
Barton.
went over the back of his head and landed on top of the dead archpriest.
Oh, you rolled under 6.
Yeah, but I'm not shooting into as much melee as I was before.
That's okay. You still got 2 of your companions in your line of fire.
No, he wasn't.
Who did you target?
3.
Who's to the right of Tor and I.
Yeah.
And because
4 o'clock.
case,
Mm.
kind of an open spot.
Well,
Kinda.
since we're debating it, that you couldn't even take that shot, you don't even exactly have line of sight.
I don't?
No. You're halfway up the stairs.
There's stairs?
Yeah, your stairs. I'm at the top of the stairs.
We're in a
There,
cavern?
top of the stairs.
Okay. All right, we'll drive on. Varaton. There are stairs to Varaton, so FYI.
Okay. I'm clambering as far up as I can and asking Arista to mind out as I take a shot.
Sorry, did you say duck?
No, I'm shooting through near your legs, so I'm shooting up the stairs and into the quite nearby priest. Oh yeah, it's our day today, huh?
That's beautiful.
Yes, it is. Maybe you'll slice a hamstring.
All right, roll a d20. If you roll under 10, you've dropped your weapon.
Whew.
Whew. All right. Alkeus.
Is not here.
Is not here, right.
So he's to this backstab ability or anything? Actually, he's got a co-force done right in front of him.
Yep. You take an easy shot there, or he's going to have to try to sneak around if he wants to get something's back.
Okay, so something. I don't know how hard it is to hit a stun guy.
Oh, that's a good point. Was he defenseless, really?
Yeah, he's there's when they're stunned.
So these are automatic
Right,
hits,
so.
essentially. Yeah, I would say for melee.
But you don't roll a 1.
Yeah. Let's double check that. I don't know if you guys know offhand, but it seems like if you're in melee, you can't not stab a stunned person. But a missile attack, on the other hand, maybe not guaranteed. It makes sense to me, anyway. I'm double checking here real quick.
Yeah, I'm looking right now at the trying to find the quick, like the stun table or whatever. The penalty.
I think when I looked a couple weeks ago, so it's been a while, I found reference to it. It was in another spell, and it basically just said that they were something. I guess they were defenseless or something like that. I'll find it again. So it was in the monk stun attack. Basically, it reads that they're unable to act. So, I mean, I guess you can take from that, you know, whether that means that they can't. When it says they can't act, it means themselves. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that's what we're going to go with. So for melee attacks, they're automatically hits unless you roll a 1. And then for missile attacks, you get to ignore their. Well, no, you know what? It's not an automatic hit because they're wearing armor.
Okay, that makes sense.
Well, what's your bonus to that? 7.
I don't know. That's for
Oh, that's for Akias, right? I'm sorry, that's right. You're rolling for somebody else. Let's see. Combat. His dagger. He's only got. Yeah, it would be a +1. So that's 8. You know, let's just let it hit for now.
okay.
So go ahead and
what's-
roll. It's with his. Oh, I'm sorry. I took his character sheet away too fast. Come on. He has a sword.
Oh, sword.
It
D6 then.
it is. I'm sorry, it's a rapier. Oh, that is a +3 on the attack, so it would have hit anyway. Okay, no, it's a D6 +3.
.6 points.
6 points. And that was on Cobalt 4
Number
or 3.
4. The stun.
Well, that's enough to put him down anyway.
Wait.
All right, Sorak. Your turn.
Well, gonna go get my axe. I'm not sure what else I can do this round. I don't know where it is. You know, shove these two guys or stun down.
Okay. Just for reference for the future, defender stunned or cowering gives you a +2 to your roll.
Ah, okay.
Nice.
So it's a bonus to the attacker. Okay.
Yep.
I get my axe, and that's probably the end of my action for this round.
So you're gonna pick up the axe, which is kind of an action,
Yep.
and you're gonna move, which is the other half. All right.
I gotta move to get my axe, yeah. Because I assume it goes skittering away.
Stun, dead. Priest.
Number 6. Who's right in front of me.
6 does not like being so close. Starts singing some sting songs, some police songs. It has been 2 rounds or no? No, I don't think it's been 2 rounds. He is going to simply step back and begin chanting for next round. 6 is stunned. Priest is dead. That priest is stunned. And Cobalt 3 should be stunned.
Number 3. Who's
Tor.
right to the right of Tor. Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to attack number there. And +2 on the. My dice is jammed up here somehow. Okay, so that's 11. That's not right. Hang on, man. Damn it.
That purring, I gotta tell you. That's something
He's
else.
pretty loud, isn't he? Yeah, he's pretty loud. The other two don't do it, but he does. Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's
All right, so that's the actual attack. So 14.
all right. Well, that's definitely a hit.
All right, and damage. Eight.
That's just crazy. That is, I'm sorry, to 3, right? No, wait.
Two. Number 2. Yeah, it's 2, the one that's locked on my token.
And he is dead. And where did 2 go? 2 go. It did. Oh, we just advanced around. How cool was that?
Yeah, I was last.
Yep. So priest 1. Dick has to wait around. Priest 4 has to wait. 1 is stunned for 1 more round. Tor.
All right, so I'm going to attack the Cobalt 4. That should be a hit.
Cobalt 4 is dead already.
Yep. 4 is
Oh, no,
dead.
that's Priest. Sorry.
No,
Yeah,
Cobalt 4.
Priest.
Oh, yeah. No.
Oh, he's
Yeah, 4
targeting.
is dead also.
Okay. Whew.
Oh, was he? Oh, he was dead before I attacked?
Yeah.
Okay. Would do. I guess Cobalt Priest. Is that number 2 there? Dead? No, he's not. He's just stunned. So yeah, Cobalt Priest number 2 took that attack.
For 10 points of damage. He is bothered by your attack.
Father.
Yeah. He's enraged. He's upset. Human is bleeding. Priest is stunned. Priest 5 is. You hear chanting or I'm sorry, shouting from the other room. Priest 6, I believe, held off on his last, so he completes his chanting. And Sorak, I need a Constitution save. And that is enough. All right, Arrest, that's your turn.
Unmute. Okay. So I see that my favorite little priest is still sitting there. And
Cobalt Priest number 3.
yes, and that I have a truly clear shot at him. But I'm going to take a step in and take that staff and I'm going to smack him.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
man.
Okay, it's one of those
Wow.
days. It's 20s or 1s.
Man.
Today's one of the 1 days. So.
Yes, yes.
So
today's a Monday.
one of
One
those
day.
days.
One of them.
All right, roll a 20. 10 or under, and you've lost your sling.
Why my sling?
I thought that's what you shot with. Did you not shoot
No.
with?
No, it's a melee weapon now.
Oh,
My
okay.
staff.
Oh, your staff. I'm sorry, you did say that. You did say that. I heard you. All right. So the staff is skidded and laying on the floor, and we'll leave it at that.
Okay.
3 is stunned. 4 is stunned. Oh, and dead. 5 is stunned. Priest 3.
It's probably having a good chuckle about now.
Watching her. Ah!
All my friends
there
are
goes
dead, but
staff.
you can't even hold your staff.
He begins eyeing the slinger, the sling thrower, the stone thrower, staff wielder, and begins
She pick up
chanting.
her staff and break it over his knee. Ah,
All right,
Yeah.
sorry.
okay. Let's see if I can not roll a 1. Attacking Kobold number 1. That would be a definite hit.
Mm-hmm.
And a splatter. Okay.
And you even have action left in your turn. You do a little sidestep.
Well,
Is that kind of like a little strut?
Well, I was trying to see. I thought I was I was on top of another one, and I was just kind of peeking to see what it was, if I was. And it's actually Kobold 5, I think. Or is that who I just killed? No, it is Kobold 5. He's right there.
Is he underneath you?
Yeah, he's underneath me. Because I'm a big fat dwarf.
All right.
Yeah, he's underneath me.
Anything else this turn?
Nope. Kind of readjusted. I'm kind of facing him now. And that's it.
Okay, I try and let loose another arrow past Arista towards this Kobold 3, who seems to be just looking for trouble, if you ask me. Cool. Okay, so I've actually hurt him a little tiny bit. Oh, unconscious.
Enough.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, he was already hurt.
Lucky I picked on him. I didn't realize he was so hurt. So Verhatan cackles away to himself while he draws his next arrow.
Two and 6 are stunned. Alkeus. You try taking a look at his sheet, Isaac.
Sure.
No, yeah.
Not yet.
Ah, okay. Let's try. I took a quick peek on a forum to see if there was a way to give you control.
Yeah, I got the error that says unable to open it because I do not own that.
Mm-hmm.
I can see it now. All right. He's got a main gouge. Oh, he's got a rapier. Okay. So, is he fighting two-handed the rapier on the main gouge normally?
No, I think it's just the rapier that he's been using.
Okay. All right.
I
So,
assume, to be honest with you, I hadn't paid that much attention to what he was doing last week. So
It was just regular rapier.
all right, that plus
A 1.
You got to be kidding me! Unbelievable.
now I really am regretting that we don't have a very good a Rollmaster style critical fumble table.
No, I don't want to roll master.
That's it. Definitely next week we're gonna have a critical fumble table.
Well,
That's
then-
Rollmaster
then-
style.
Hey, if we
Next
go
week we'll
with
be
that,
back to
then
20s.
I want a roll master style crit table.
We can do that. We'll do that. We'll have both. And it'll be
I
percentage
got the
based.
tables.
Yeah.
I can see this game getting a lot more deadly in the future. So
That would make it an incredibly
dangerous game for us. 'cause
treacherous time.
And
Agreed.
fun.
Yeah.
All right. Well, maybe we'll have to vote on it after this game.
Trying to find my roll master stuff.
All right. Roll a 20. 10 or under. He's lost his rapier. Oh,
There's the 20.
Okay. Yep. Well, I'm glad you're getting them out on the
There we go.
consequences rolls. And my poor archpriest is laying there, useless.
How do I not
Priest
have?
1. I believe he's been waiting, so he can complete his spell, and Tor can take a Constitution save.
Okay.
Oh,
There's my one.
Yeah, I think we're gonna, because of the 1, we're gonna take twice the damage.
That seems reasonable.
So 4.
Okay.
Okay. These dice, I want to replace them, please. Really not balanced.
Hey, talk to oh, what's her name? Escapes me. The writers. They just did an update, so maybe the update was a rebalancing of the dice. The code was buggy. If player not rolled 1 recently, roll 1.
Yeah.
That means it's Sorak's turn.
Every fourth roll should be a 1.
Yep.
Yeah, no. Okay. Cobalt number 5.
Oh, nice.
Good one.
We'll write him off.
Well, maybe I'll roll badly. Or not. 3, 3, and a 4? Yeah, no.
All
That,
right.
that I would call it cleave.
2 stuns, and this is their last round for that, so they can take that. Oh, they're both dead. Never mind. Never mind. All right. Bar time.
Okay, so I'm looking for an alive priest. Kobold Priest 2's alive, yeah?
Yeah.
Stun for
So-
1 round more, that's it.
Try and move up the stairs as much as I can without bumping into Arista, and then I take my shot. Ooh, nice.
Good one.
Boom, boom, boom. Another one bites the dust.
Critical fumble. That's it. Critical fumble.
All right, Arista, I believe your staff is laying there right in front of you. Pick me up. No, don't go away. Fine, use your sling. All right.
No? Yes.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, these crit tables are definitely not Rollmaster. A lot of it's lose your balance, drop
Dying.
your weapon. Yeah.
All right. So from the other room, you begin to hear what sounds like large, we'll say, growling or grumbling. It sounds kind of deep and rumbly, and it's like a something like that. And you sense a little bit of tremor, like the ground shakes just a little bit. Alkeus
Okay,
is
he's
up.
going to attack. Yeah, he's going to attack. Gosh, oops. What is that? Kobold 3. Oh, wait a minute. All right. Reaffirm on his rapier of 1,000 cuts. And then he does some damage to him. Rapier of 1,000 cuts. If he rolls a 16 or second attack, right?
If he
Yeah.
rolls, what was it?
On the attack roll. Yeah, on attack roll of 16 or more on the die,
On the die, yeah.
this weapon will have another attack roll. All right, so if that fella, he's unconscious, so he'll move up to Cobalt 6 with a second attack.
Wait, I only see a 14 on the die. What am I missing?
No, he rolled 17. Oh, no, I'm sorry. You're 100% right.
I was
My
gonna
apologies.
say, yeah. Before bonuses.
My bad.
Yep.
Yeah, my bad.
Not worries. You got it right though. Okay. Let's see. I mean, you got the math of or the workings of it right. Okay. Anything else?
I guess he'll position to there, keeping the wall to his back, so he has their ability to attack that next guy. I can't event. There you go.
6. Beast 6. Has to wait this turn. 6 is stunned, but only for this round, and then he's unstunned. Still alive, yay him. 2 is down and out. Tor.
Okay. Going to be attacking Cobalt Priest number with my. You've got to be kidding.
Jesus.
So I drop my flail.
This is
Wow.
no.
All right, nobody gets to update their executable for next week. Whatever bug they put in, I want to see this next week. I want to see how this plays out.
Well, no, it's happened in the past where we have sessions where we have so many ones, and then the next session it's all 20s. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good. Then we'll have the critical success or critical hits tables. Okay, Vartan. The rest of the.
It's struggling to find a living target here. Is Priest 6 alive?
Yes. Not even been hit.
Oh, perfect. Just my favorite kind of target.
And you can see he's casting something.
Okay, I step up to here and I target Kobold Priest 6. And do not critical miss.
What?
Ooh! That juggled on a
close.
1 and then just tipped over. I think if I didn't say it, it would have happened. Oh, sorry. That was That was supposed to be a damage roll. 1 second. Okay.
All right.
And knocking the next arrow as I pass the turn to the next victim.
Priest 1. Why does he have things selected? Let's see. He is. Yeah, he's going to begin casting again. Alkias.
So did
Alright,
the
he is
arrow
going-
disrupt Priest 6's attention by any chance? You know, as an arrow to the face sometimes does.
Yeah, no, he manages to ignore the pain, ignore the disruption. All right, yes, Alkias.
Okay, so he's going to attack. Alright. Kobold number 6, there in front. And doing some damage. That's it. Actually, he'll move up adjacent to. Well, actually, no, he'll stay right where he is.
All right. And Tor
Yeah,
is
pick up my.
running. Good.
Yep. Pick up my flail, and then I'm going to attack Kobold Priest number 1 with. Oh, there we go.
Yes, at last.
So, you said it was a max damage +4?
Yeah, plus
Plus
1d4.
D4.
D4.
Okay, so let's see. +1 is the damage on the flail. So 11, so total 12. 12 points to Kobold Priest number 1.
Right.
And he's still alive.
He is still alive. Yep. What did we say? There was a wounded status? Not sure that has any benefit, but
Oh.
oh, okay. I don't know. I saw it go by in a damage thing. I thought wounded. What is that? It's nothing. It's just descriptive text. Kobold Priest 5. Yeah, 5 is doing what he's doing, and oh, Tor, your back is to it, so you wouldn't really see it. Okay. You at this point you hear that grumbling continues to intensify. It's getting louder, and it's coming from from the right. And the ground is really starting to shake now.
Am I able to say anything, or it doesn't seem to be aware of it?
Well, everyone's hearing this for sure.
Okay.
The only thing you can see, so you're not really exactly looking into the other room. Otherwise, I'd describe it for you, because you'd be the first to see it, obviously.
Okay.
Arista.
All right. So I hear the grumbling, and I shout to my comrades, "We do not want to fight whatever that is in this room." And then I'm going to go check on the human. Is it still alive?
How big is the door to the east, or the entrance to the east?
Oh, it's almost 10 feet wide there. No, shouldn't say almost. I should say more than 10 feet wide. It's quite large.
And at height?
And height, same. So it's kind of just a large passage.
Okay, yeah.
Uh,
The human?
Well, we still
human.
have some priests up, don't we? Or did I miss?
Yes, we
read
do
off?
have, I think, one or two creatures still alive. Let's see. One priest, two priests. I believe that's it.
Is the human alive?
And the human is cold to the touch, and as far as you can tell, not alive.
Okay, so I'm going to pick up my staff and go back down the stairs.
All right. So
Strategic withdrawal.
Yes. Because
So
whatever that is, if it's big, it's going to be too big to come down the stairs. And if it's not, we should not be fighting it in this room. We should fight it somewhere where we can all surround it.
That's a good point.
So if it really wants us, it will chase us out the door.
all right, Sorak, it's your turn.
Okay. Before I go, I'm just going to quote something from the critical fumble table.
Okay.
Worst move seen in ages. 50% chance you're out for 2 days with a pulled groin. 50% chance your opponent is out for 3 rounds from laughing at you.
Okay.
You know, or one that tells you to roll on the critical hit table because you just tried to commit suicide. That's always a pleasant one. Okay. Let me see who's close and who's alive. I would like to take a step towards priest number 6. And a swing with all my dwarven might. And follow that up with, I hope, a nice cleaving.
Nice.
Let's see. You were at the bottom of the order,
Yep.
other than dead or dying things.
Dead and dying.
Yes. Brings us back to Priest 4, which is dead. Arista, what are we doing?
I'm going to beckon to my comrades to get their butts out of there before whatever that is gets in there with them. And I think then I will try to work my way. I have to zoom out my map a bit. Give me a second. I'm going to quickly and carefully around the edge work my way out of this room. How far can I get? Like here?
You can sort of double move. But I think since you went that way, give me a dexterity check.
Wonderful.
You went the path less traveled.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
I
a
meant
way
to
to.
go to one that was more traveled, but I must have misremembered it. Can I have also shouted something about total party kill?
Well, that wouldn't be very in character.
Well, okay, I'll be more specific. You know, I was with an adventuring party once that didn't heed the boarded up wall, and they all died in the belly of a purple worm.
Yeah, but we did heat the boarded up wall this time.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So we'll
So
be
we're
fine.
smarter than them by
But
far.
what if the kobolds have a pet purple worm?
Then I'll come out and join you.
Then we will move with
I will
most
have
haste.
I will have made room for you to come join me by leaving the bottom of this stairwell.
Did you indicate to us before you left that the human was dead?
Yeah.
Or
I
did
not,
you just
but presumably
quietly
you saw
turn
me-
around and leave without saying a word?
Presumably you saw me go up to it and check and do nothing for it.
No,
Well,
they're not in the heat of battle, no.
She so much just sidled off when nobody was looking.
Failed a morale check and boogied.
We hereby rename you to Arista Menlaus.
Okay. And I'm sorry, you rolled your check, right? This just made that. That's yeah, it's prime, so you're fine. All right, Tor.
Okay. I'm going to continue my attack on Cobalt Priest 1. Balls. I was going to retreat after him, but I think that that's enough. So that'll be my.
Okay, so let me finish the job for you.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Oh, for goodness sake.
At least it's not a one.
Vartan curses under his breath and then passes to the next person.
5 is dead, it's gone. Priest 1. He can get off his spell, so that's Tor needs to take another Constitution save.
Okay. 15.
Yep. And that is also prime, yes. So that is a success. And I think one is was not born yesterday, and I think he is nervous. Alkias.
Okay. Alkias, hearing Arista's exhortation, is going to fall back and retreat down as well. And that'll be it.
And that is down to Sorak.
Okay. I'm going to make a slight change, and I'm going after priest number 1.
Nice.
Well,
Hit.
at least someone got the job done.
And Okay. So at this point, I would just, knowing I cleaved him well, looking around to see if any of the others are still standing.
And the room is still, other than your companions. I mean, nothing is moving, rather. None of the
Yeah.
kobolds. And as you look around, you do see something in the other room. It is in the shape of a large, we'll say, worm. So think something like Dune. That sort of shape. Not that
Okay.
large, though. Not that large.
But it's blue and not purple, so it's fine.
Yes. It's actually
It's just
more
a blue
gray.
worm.
And
Okay.
it is, well, and its skin is not complete. It looks like it's very mottled, as if
Like
it's pockmarked.
undead.
Yeah, well, yeah. So that's probably not a bad way to think of it. Maybe it looks a bit like zombie flesh, so it's sort of pockmarked and incomplete and
So an
looks
undead
rough.
purple worm.
Uh,
Where's a cleric when we need one?
right.
Is it a teenager and it has acne?
Yes. Yes. Sling thrower. Okay, and that was Sorak, bottom of the order. And I think we'll just kind of go around the room for the moment. What does Varatan want to do?
Can I see it from where I am or not?
No, not
Okay.
quite. But you're still feeling it. The ground is sort of trembling just a little bit.
Okay, so I kind of step up to here to see what's what, and when I see it, I just loose my arrow at it. As soon as I can see enough of it to shoot at, not necessarily the whole thing.
Okay.
After
So
all,
the thing is,
why not upset the huge blue nasty worm monster?
all right, your arrow just sinks right into it. It's hard to miss at this point.
Okay.
And
And I look down at my rapidly emptying quiver. Oh, that is a silvered arrow being fired from a +2 bow. If that is necessary, I don't know.
okay. And anything else?
Yeah, after firing, if no, I can't move again. So no, that's it for me then.
All right, Arista, what are you doing?
Moving away?
Continuing to run wildly, splitting the party.
No, not wildly.
These stairs that we came up, does it look like this creature could fit down them?
Probably not. It is hard to. Let me see. Actually,
Whoa!
that's probably more the size. This isn't a very good representation. Think of it as being long, and its length seems to take maybe a quarter of the room. But its roundness is not quite as big as the token would imply. I mean, it seems like it's probably 10 feet round, maybe 12, in terms of diameter, rather.
Yep. So
So,
by just going down the stairs, we have a decent chance of escaping.
oh yeah, it looks like it barely could fit through the gap there between rooms. So,
not
all right.
that I'm already preparing an exit or anything.
So Rista's continuing to head south. Sorak, what do you want to do?
Well, I thinking it's probably a foregone conclusion, but I want to make sure that this is evil. So I'm kind of casting out my, holding my axe as, Torak, did the mighty, and seeing if this is truly an evil creature.
And you get the sense of an incredible chaotic evil, and even more so than that, it seems ancient.
Ancient. Not good, not good. Okay. I'm going to yell, let's get the hell out of here. And I'm actually going to, remembering, the why we came in here, I'm going to grab the human woman, because I don't know. I just want to get her out of here and
Okay.
make my way for the door.
So you take a few moments to slump her over your shoulder, maybe a fireman carry or something like that.
Yep.
And she's a bit taller than you, so it's a little odd seeing this very short dwarf carrying this
Yeah. Well,
bit
as long as
taller.
her head isn't hitting my boots as I'm walking, we'll call it good.
Now she is bleeding, or was bleeding, so you've got blood smeared all over you at this point.
Yep. I'm just trying to get her out of this situation.
Yep.
That's what incited us to action.
Right. I should note too that for all of you that have noticed or spent any more than a brief second looking, this thing is not moving terribly fast. So you don't get the sense that it's going to leap out of this room and into your room anytime soon. Okay, so you take a few seconds and grab the woman, heading down the stairs. What does Alkias want to do?
So he's going to draw his short bow, sheath his rapier, and draw a short bow, and he's going to slightly adjust his position to sort of maximize the amount of line of sight that he has up the steps.
Okay.
Knocking him with the intent of potentially
Gotcha.
become.
And Tor.
Okay, so it was my intention to lift this as well. So if Mark seems to be having trouble with it, if not, then I'm just move down the stairs.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I missed a little bit of that. You're saying if Sorak has trouble lifting up the woman?
If I'm having trouble navigating her.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Right, yeah. If he's sort of difficulties, I don't help him. Otherwise, I'm just moving down the steps.
Well, I'd say the woman is naked and slight, so she's, maybe 110 pounds, maybe, and you are a strong dwarf, so I would say you manage to, other than the slight height difference, I should say, you have no problem carrying her, so no issues. So is it all of your intent to leave the room then, or?
Well, once the others go, Veritan's not exactly
will
going to stick around on his own now.
Yep, okay. All right, well, we'll pop out of combat for a moment then and just kind of see what you guys want to do.
Okay.
I'm going to check the female to make sure she's dead.
Yeah, you get nothing. Her skin is cold to the touch.
Unfortunate.
She's yes. No movement, no pulse.
Okay, I'll do some whispered last rites. She's a human. She deserves something to send her to the next beyond.
My intention when I grabbed her was to kind of retreat into room number 6. Knowing it's close, it's kind of someplace secure.
Okay.
For good or for bad, that's where I was heading with her.
You do get the sense, as I said before, that this creature probably is I shouldn't say way too big, but it's too big to fit down those stairs. So
Right. And
So,
I
yep.
just know that this is the closest secure place that I can think of in a moment. So that is my intention, was to bring her here. And that, Tor checked her, and she did.
All right.
So
I'm going to. I'll take up and making this so that she at least has that dignity as well.
Okay, Vartan, it looks like the two do-gooders seem to be occupied with.
Okay, I'm going to slide around the room and head after wherever Arista's gone, just to check she's all right.
All right.
This is good. I'm wondering what the heck you guys are doing staying over there.
My sense is
Well, I think-
Alkeus seems like he would follow the dwarf and Tor.
but now I don't like that creature. That creature is an affront to me. I really don't like it. But
Yeah, Alkeus is going to also maintain a watch on others. Just make sure he's got his bow ready.
Has anyone talked about how it's not going to fit down the stairs?
No.
Variton?
I've explained it to. I'll explain it to you if you ask.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because right now.
Did you not see it? No, you disappeared before it came into view, didn't you? Okay,
Right.
yeah. No, I will describe it to Arista and let her know it was some kind of undead-looking, huge, nasty worm thing
A
with an
worm?
oddly cheerful smile on its face
A
that just
worm.
disappeared. Yeah, a worm. I told you if it was a worm, I'd come after you.
But I told you about worms, right?
Yeah. No, I shot an arrow into it. It didn't really seem to care much, and then we left. I don't think it'll come down the stairs after us. It'll be a bit too much of a squeeze.
Can I remind you that we have recently picked up inscribed daggers? Just saying. This just seems all too familiar to me.
Daggers, schmaggers. I'm sure the daggers are fine.
The daggers were not evil. That other dagger was evil.
Just saying.
But they took the woman, and I think they're over in the well room trying to, I don't know, revive her.
Revive her? That woman was cold as ice. They're not reviving her unless they're raising the dead.
I don't know what they're doing with her then. Last rites, revive, bury, throw down the well, then over in the well room with her.
So, speaking of the well room, what in particular are we doing? We just saying words, throwing the body down the well.
No. I just heard prayer it's over. I remember my face. Something, and I covered her with my cloak.
She's not a dwarf, so I don't know what to do, from that standpoint. So I'll just be sad. Somebody died who didn't need to die.
I'll just be sad.
I know that she's new, but is there anything like that might help us identify her family or connect her with her death with her family? Let them know that kind of anything at all.
Yeah, I don't see any marks. There's no articles of clothing. No scars. So other than a description of her face, she has she has brunette, so she has dark black hair. So other than her visage, there's nothing really to mark her by, note her by.
Okay. No jewels or anything like that.
No, no.
Okay. All right.
If she was wearing anything, it's long been stripped off of her. So
Nice. I'll try to commit a memory for descriptive purposes later on.
it does also look like she was cleaned and yeah, maybe cleaned for this ritual. So her skin kind of has a slight softness of soap or something, and you get a slight fragrance of something like a soap or some sort of perfume.
They put the lotion on its skin.
Or else they got
Perhaps.
the hose again.
Yeah, perhaps.
Okay. So turning to Sorak, I say she is prepared as best I can do for her. What would you like to do next? Leave her here?
I think we don't have a choice. There's, we've at least given her some dignity here, tucked her away. I think we should try to rejoin the others and figure out what we're going to do next. Because I would really like to
Agreed.
not, split up.
Agreed. So I pick up my flail and shield and move towards the exit.
I'm going to go the path most traveled to get back to them.
Alkeus is going to shoot a glance back up those steps as he passes here just to make sure it's coming.
Yeah, he sees no movement up the stairs.
Okay.
We still feel the rumbling, like the ground's still shaking a little.
It is distant, but yes, a little bit, and you do hear kind of a low that low rumble of the. All right. Where to?
Well, first, that is, we just gonna leave that thing. It's evil. It appears to be undead. My skills at turning the undead are not anything to fall on.
Well, we
Well
took out
beyond my.
most of the priests that had anything to do with it, but I'm not sure we're equipped to take on that thing.
Yeah.
Well, if you were really intent on taking it on,
It
there are
would.
some spells that I have been want to use. I don't want to use them. I have been want to use them because they seem not entirely good. But I could give you both a boon and a debuff.
I don't
Yeah.
necessarily want to wage into a frontier battle with this thing.
Yeah,
I look at my
saying there's a
quiver. I've
chance-
got 5 arrows left. I don't think that's going to be enough to deal with this thing.
Yeah, I'm just saying there's a chance that if I cast this on you, you're going to end up with being a werewolf. Just saying.
Wow.
Oh,
Now you
pass
say
on
that.
thank
That's not so bad.
Really? I'm just saying, don't You must have resolve to not become a werewolf. Just saying.
Well, if I want to be the werewolf,
Then
that
you
would be
must have
cool.
very little resolve.
A dwarven werewolf.
You might say that your resolve would have to be as bad as a 1.
Okay. Well, we will leave the Lupin
If you were going to
thing.
if you were going to put fate on a scale of 1 to 20, then there could be a 5% chance that you could be a werewolf.
And what's the upshot of this?
If 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 you had a 1 in 20 chance of harming a creature, you would have a not 1. You would at least have a 2 chance or more
Of what?
of actually harming a creature. And should you
I'm
be
confused.
harmed by the creature, it would not feel as bad.
Greatly increased physical attacks and resistances.
Not greatly. Just a small.
It's no problem shooting the thing. It's just having enough arrows and a safe place to stand.
Right.
Exactly. I'm saying.
Well,
Worms and I got a thing against. I don't like worms.
actually, if it is undead, I might have a way of putting a good hurt on it. And that would be, as I dig in my backpack, I pull out a flask of oil and a torch.
Okay, so Bernie time again.
That's what I'm talking.
What does that have to do with it being undead? I find the flame works very well on the living too.
Well, there you go. There's no downside. If it's undead, it's not going to like the flame. If it's alive, it's not going to like the flame.
Well,
But
if
it is very
someone
evil.
wants to go and do this, I can use runes to bend the light around you so it cannot see you. If it has any other way of detecting you, then you're going to need some good luck. But
Yeah. We do have that option. I'm just saying.
well, you're the one with the oil flask and the torch, and I'm the one with the runes, so I can help you achieve your goals.
And I would like to. It is ancient. It is evil. I do not want it to continue to inhabit this realm. It's an affront to all that is good. So I just want to make sure everybody is in agreement that I'm not insane for wanting to try this.
No, not at all.
It's funny you say insane. Because I have another spell we could use that, again, doesn't seem entirely good under most circumstances.
Well, this would save you from having to violate any kind of personal code, because I have no issue torching something that is thoroughly evil.
And in this case, I wouldn't have to harm any of you.
There you go.
I could, and it depends on how big you think this thing is compared to the size of the room it's in. I could make it double in size. Now, I know that doesn't sound quite right, but just hear me out.
It would still fit in the room.
In order to get that big, it would be incredibly hungry and would eat anything around. And then after a time it would fall unconscious or go insane. And then we could kill it easily.
Well, it didn't
Well,
strike me as being the most sane of creatures to start with.
Yeah.
And double its size would just...
Intelligence, I don't think, is a key point.
Right. And Mark, I'm having a little trouble with this spell. It's the one called Ravening.
Mm-hmm.
The description has 3 different outcomes,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't understand what circumstances trigger each outcome.
It would be a roll.
Okay, and it says duration is permanent, but then number 1 suggests that the duration might not be permanent.
Where do you see that it says the duration is permanent?
At the top in the components casting time range duration.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not. Only the second possibility is permanent.
Okay.
So there's a chance that they will double in size and that it will be permanent.
Okay,
And
then
there's
so
a chance that they will not only double in size, they'll just keep growing.
until they're crazy.
Yeah, until they become so big and then they just driven insane.
Okay, and so for the first one, it says double in size for the duration of the spell.
Right.
And the duration then is...
So the duration would be for essentially as long as you want to concentrate on it.
Okay, thank you.
My concern with that is if we made it bigger, it might bring this whole cave down on top of it.
Yeah, there's lots of problems.
There's the other upside to it. If this whole cave comes down, then the kobolds are no longer a problem.
True. And we may be buried with them.
Well, we don't all need to be inside when she casts this thing, do we?
Fair point.
As I said, I've got this fold light spell, so... bend light rune.
Well, knowing that thing is... I can still feel it. I'm going to take the flask of oil out of my backpack.
We could do both, the oil and the spell.
Yeah, and I just want to carefully get myself back up to these stairs to see if I can see anything, how much louder it appears. Like, is that thing in the room or is it still outside?
That's me. You move.
Sorry, Tor.
I was like, am I missing something?
I think it's super safe there.
You're such a good-looking guy. I just wanted to be you. There we go. So, I've come around, I imagine that the sounds have gotten louder.
I wouldn't say they've gotten louder.
Okay.
It's, you continue to hear the kind of rumbling or feel the rumbling almost coming from the other room. And you sense that maybe this thing is near that gap. Not gap. What's what I'm looking for? The passage.
Yep.
Connecting the 2 rooms.
Yep. So, with that, I'm going to kind of creepily I'm just going to try to move up the stairs at a careful pace because I don't want potentially somebody coming and jacking me because I wasn't paying attention.
Oh,
so
TS goes with you.
I kind of get to the door, and can I see it?
Yes, you can see that it seems to have crawled. Oops. Yeah, that's right. Seems to have crawled, and you can sort of see a large maw stuck right at the passage there, as if the passage continues on into its mouth, and what you see is not so much undead zombie flesh as just very corrupt, pestilent,
Okay.
malformed flesh and
Okay.
incomplete teeth, jagged
I'm
teeth.
still good with that. Yep.
Okay.
I see this, and I also get out my torch, which is not lit yet, of course, and put that on the ground and kind of heftily hold the flask in my hand and try to throw it as well as I can, kind of in the maw. I want it to kind of shatter, and how well I can get it, I don't know, but I don't want to throw it down its gullet. I want it to break, on the teeth, on the flesh as much as I can.
Okay.
So, you want me to roll for that?
I don't think you need to roll. I think that's kind of an easy, obvious toss.
Okay.
You managed to accomplish what I think you're looking for.
Okay. Then I'm going to pick up the torch, start trying to light it. And once I get it lit, even if I have to move a little bit closer, I'm going to try to throw the torch at exactly the same spot that the flask broke at.
Okay. So you give it a good toss, and the oil ignites immediately, causing that whole corner of the room to be engulfed in flames. Let's see if I can mark that somehow. Flame. Suppose we'll have to draw it.
Well, if it looked like it was trying to squeeze through the hole, that's perfect, because it means it isn't going to be able to move very quickly to withdraw.
Eesh, not that big. Try that again. Yeah, and then color. Can I pick color?
Yeah, let me remove those items from my inventory.
Yellow, 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 yellow. Close enough. That's no fun.
There.
Okay, so you've managed to create a large area of fire. You hear that growling almost turn into a scream, as if the creature seems to have reacted in pain, and the rumbling increases in intensity, and as if the creature is sort of rolling, it turning in its spot. So in other words, it's sort of rolling in place.
Mm-hmm.
Although it's hard to tell what's the top and the bottom of the maw, so
Right.
the teeth are sort of encircling the entire mouth part. So it looks like it's on fire. It's one way to put it. Does Jen want to do
Okay.
anything at this point, or?
No.
Okay.
It's over there on fire and trapped in the room, right?
Yep.
Then there is not a thing I need to do.
All right. Anybody want to do anything else?
I'm just looking through my runes, but don't find anything appropriate to increasing a fire.
Yep. At this point, I'm doing two things. One, I'm watching to see if it's withdrawing, trying to come forward.
Don't you have
Or
more
if
oil you can throw?
I do indeed, but I want to wait and kind of see, because if it looks like it's able to starting to pull out, I might want to move forward and then redouse it, like get a bigger area. But at this point, I'm kind of holding, engaging.
Yeah, I will say, if I'm thinking of the amount of oil that's in this flask and how much, fuel it means.
Yeah, it's not going to be a ton.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, you would have trouble coating the entire creature. I mean, its mass is really half, not quite half the room. It's half the distance between the walls here. It is that large, but
yeah, it's more of the flames. There's going to be some spots that might be kind of starting to go out, and if it looks like it was successful, I would probably throw my second flask at whatever is left to do whatever. I mean, potentially, I get it in its eye and it burns an eye out.
Do you want to?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Party, have any spare oil flasks? Because I can certainly help with that if I know that that's what you need right now.
No, it looks like it's withdrawing.
Yeah, it does seem like it seems to be recoiling a little bit, leaving small bits of flame as it goes.
Is it on fire, or is it just more surface burns?
Yeah, it is not flammable, so it's the oil that's burning it. And what you're getting is now a smell of charred, putrid flesh wafting out at you.
Yeah.
But it does seem to be having an effect in that it is burning the flesh, the mottled, zombie-like flesh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really didn't think it was gonna go up like a candle. Just more of a way to inflict a fair amount of damage.
Well, you've gotten its attention, that's for sure.
Yeah. My big concern was it's starting to thrash around and bringing, the cavern down, the ceiling down on me. But
yeah, it's not quite that active and that violent.
Okay. So at this point, all I can do, if it's recoiling, I don't necessarily want to step up. There's fire there, and potentially some of the bodies might have caught, whatever ragged clothing they were on. They've caught fire, and if it's recoiled, I'm just not, and I don't want to go rushing into a cloud of burnt putrid flesh, because then I might incapacitate myself puking. So at this point, I'm just going to stay here and kind of gauge the situation.
Okay then. So we're hanging out until this thing burns out or dies, whichever comes first.
Whatever. I mean, I just trying to keep an eye. at this point. I mean, we're only talking like a minute
Mm-hmm.
thus far. So,
And all the kobolds that were near it and around it are dead, right?
Correct.
yeah. But we do know one got away. And
I mean, he may have gotten
Come
away
in
from that room back
this.
there. Gotcha.
right. Maybe he got caught in the fire. Don't know.
Yeah, we don't like people getting away.
That's right. We have this thing.
We
But
learned
look,
a
yeah.
lesson from letting that kobold go last time, and look, he brought a bunch of friends after us.
hmm
So yeah, I'm just chilling out here waiting for Sorek to tell me what's going on up there.
Okay.
yeah, I'm just staying safely. It seems like it's getting a little warm in this cave, though.
I guess we can see some black smoke billowing down the stairs as well.
Well, what I would probably do once I see it kind of going out is knowing I've heard it and I don't want that smoke coming this way, I'm going to shut the door and proceed down the stairs.
Okay.
Just more to trap that smoke and all that on the other side. That's the biggest reason for closing the door.
Yeah, well, and the door does have a fairly tight seal, so but at this point the smell and a little bit of the smoke has already come down.
Don't want it to get any worse.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I'm going to come back down, and as the rumbling seemed to be like the creatures moving away further and further, decreasing.
Well, as you turn to leave the room, you can tell the creature has withdrawn into the cavern quite a ways. So
Most
This
haste.
is annoying because I at least wanted to check over the archpriest's body in case there's any goodies on there. But
We can do that.
We can, yes. I'm still thinking about it, but now the room's full of smoke, which is annoying.
Well, it's not so bad that it's unbreathable, unpassable. It's just it stinks of charred, rotten flesh. So it's more a smell than a smoke issue.
Okay. I will decide what to do once Sorek comes back and tells us what the situation is.
Making my way, keeping one eye on the water. Don't want any elementals to come poking their heads out. Okay, I'm back and motioning for the others to come back over, and I will give them a recap.
Okay. I suggest, I thank you for the recap, and I suggest that we do want to check over the bodies at least. Maybe there's notes or talisman or indications of what they are, or who they are, or what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. Has anybody got a torch? Not a lantern. Don't want to lose that. A torch.
Yeah, I've got a torch.
Yeah,
Do you need
Okay.
it?
Well, just in case we need to burn something again. I have no more torch.
I hand you a spare torch. You can add one to your inventory. I'll take one off.
Okay. I am now torchified.
Okay. So what I propose is I can go back up and check the bodies. I will use that bend light spell I was telling you about on myself.
Okay.
I think the smell of everything that you described should cloak any scent of me while I'm up there doing it. So I'm feeling quite secure in that. What do you guys think? Or is there someone else who would prefer to do it?
Well, I honestly would almost think we could all make our way up there.
Well, I don't want to cast too many bend light runes.
No, I'm thinking maybe not worry so much about that. Because we're not gonna... Stealth is not our big thing, I would think, at this point. We've kind of just torched something and slaughtered a bunch of other things.
Well, if it comes back angry, I don't know. Unless we can keep flame in the keep the ground in between the two rooms oiled and flamed, then maybe it won't want to cross it.
I think we could reignite it fairly quickly and easily before it could get to us. Because it looked like it was having a hard time coming through into the room. So not something it's going to be able to do quickly.
Okay, so who's up for going back and checking over the bodies to see if there's any clues on what they were trying to do with this poor woman they killed?
I am.
Okay, so that's three of us. Arista, you going to watch our back, or are you coming up with us?
I'll come up with you and watch our back.
Okay.
Alcius will come do that.
Yep.
Okay, so we will all make our way back. I've got my flask of oil in hand, ready to throw at the ground and reignite it if I need to. It's best if at least one person holds a flask and watches the gap between the rooms, ready to reignite it while everyone else searches.
Okay, I will actually take that duty. I will move up to here, looking with the flask in my hand and a unlit torch stuck in my belt. So I can...
I move first to the archpriest and start searching, and I'm going to try and recover any arrows that I can on the way too.
Okay.
I'll work on the other priest.
So on each of the priests, you find not only the robes they're wearing, you also find these like wristlets, bracelets that seem to have some sort of holy symbol on them, engraved on them. And on the archpriest, you also find 2 amulets that have strange markings on them. He also has a more ornate robe. So I will add this to your sheet.
I'm going to look at the symbol, kind of to see if it looks familiar to me at all.
I'll do the same.
So I just dropped it in the tower.
Same with the amulets and everything that I get. I check over if I recognize any of them from any of my studies.
So the amulets appear to be, how to put this? They don't appear to be related to the bracelets. In other words, the symbols are not the same. The bracelets have a symbol essentially of a large worm swallowing a worm pointed upward and a large circle above it. And the worm's mouth seems to be open as if it's going to swallow the circle. Let's see. The robes just have splashes of color, so no distinct symbols. And again, the 2 amulets do not seem related. They don't have that same symbol. They seem more of magical, arcane in nature.
Okay, we'll bundle those up for later investigations and evil detections and things when we've got more time.
Yeah. The Sorak will be able to detect that the bracelets seem to have a evil aura about them.
Anything about these archpriest robes? You said they're more ornate, but do they seem particularly fancy or just shiny?
Just actually not even shiny. They're more or less a plain kind of cloth, and they have stripes of various colors. The one archpriest has many more colors, reds and golds, and even some silver color.
I stuff it into the bag anyway. That one.
Okay. You also find 40 gold pieces.
Okay. Any notes, letters, other symbols?
Nope.
No tattoos.
Nothing like that.
And how many arrows do I manage to recover?
Oh, good question. How many did you shoot?
I think about somewhere between 6 and 8. I don't know where they started.
All right. Just roll a 1d8.
Okay.
And is anybody picking up one of these amulets? Or bracelets, I mean? You
What?
found them. Have we taken them?
I heard Vartan stuffed them in a pouch or something like that.
The bracelet?
Not the bracelet, the amulets and the robe.
Because if anybody goes to touch, if I notice somebody reaching for one of those bracelets, I'll know that it's emanating evil. I'll kind of slap them.
Well, don't you think we should take at least one for study? Maybe there are clues, or we can keep them wrapped.
Wrap it. There's something evil about those things.
Yeah, so we wrap the bracelets as well. One of the bracelets. So we take the 2 amulets, the archpriest's robe, and 1 bracelet, and the gold, and the recovered arrows. Adding it to party loot, I guess.
To see if I can't recover any of Arista's sling stones, if they're still around.
Thank you.
Are they stones, by the way?
Yeah, I would say the stone. Well, there's a small chance they would maybe shatter or break. I don't know how many did she shoot though. It wasn't that many, right? 4.
Doesn't matter, because any stone will work. All we have to do is just start picking up stones.
Okay.
It's really a question of how many stones did he recover in the area.
Right. Why don't you roll 1d4?
So they're just stones and not sling bullets then.
Thank you, Tor.
You're most welcome. Maybe we can
The
get you
7
some
priestly
bullets
robes.
for that.
I'm just looking at the party sheet. You put the 7 priestly robes. I'm not taking all of them, just the ornate one.
Okay.
And I'm assuming the 2 things that say unidentified item are the amulets.
The amulets, correct.
What to do about this worm, then?
Yeah, you can sort of see and feel and hear the worms just kind of rolling around in the other room. It seems to be sort of, I won't say thrashing. It's not quite that robust.
It's in pain.
It's in pain. It's just kind of roiling a little bit. Its movements are very slow and lumberous, so it's not. It does not give you the impression. It's nothing like the purple worm that you dealt with. That thing had speed, and
yeah,
this thing seems sluggish. More sluggish.
Have all the
than
flames
sluggish.
gone out at this entrance?
Yes, there was most of it managed to get in the maw of the creature, so there's only a little bit of flame here and there.
I just want to carefully come to the edge and look.
Mm-hmm.
1, to keep an eye on that worm, if I can see it, and 2, see what else is in this room.
Yeah. Sort of opens up into what appears to be a large, very large natural cavern. And you'll notice in the southern part of the cavern, sort of where the worm is now, the floor seems slick and wet, with some sort of dark, oily, black substance. And the worm seems to have retreated and is mostly sort of laying in that substance. In fact, it even sort of sticks to the worm as it's rolling around. So it's not even oily, it's also oily and sticky.
Okay. Well, with that, I think I want to inflict round 2 on this worm thing. And I'm going to heave my next flask of oil at it. Try to get it, anything if I can see what looks like an eye. Try to get it close to that.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
Okay.
And
And
as he
then-
throws the oil, I will also start taking shots at it.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, of course,
And
after
if
the
it
oil
moves-
comes the torch.
And if it moves this way, then back down the stairs.
Well, the oil lands, kind of cascades all over its skin, or its hulk, I should say, bulk.
Mhm.
And the fire, as you throw the torch, sort of spreads it, and now engulfing the upper half of its body.
Does the black oil that it was swirling around on the ground, does that ignite as well or not?
No. No, it is only burning where the oil has landed. And yeah, and that smell, you get a little bit of smoke. It's not particularly thick or anything, but it's that stench of decaying, rotting flesh that's now charred and burning.
Okay, I set my flask of oil down on the floor next to me, and say to Sorak it's there if he needs it. Then I take my bow and shoot at the worm.
Okay. And you'll notice as you're shooting, these arrows are just burying themselves in the flesh, as if the flesh is not very thick, or any natural hide to protect it. It just like the arrows,
Almost like a jelly.
Exactly, they just kind of sink and bury themselves completely in and disappear. So,
Does the creature seem to react to the shot?
no, not to the arrow shots. It is reacting to the burning fire, though. It's continuing to kind of roil around in the sludge.
Black ooze.
Yeah, the black ooze, the black sludge. And you will
I would
notice,
also like to be looking to see if, like, wherever that kobold, we know he ran off.
yes,
He's not here.
You'll see what appears to be sort of a lumpy figure with some robes. It's the robes you notice, sort of floating almost on that.
Black
in the
ooze.
black
Okay.
ooze out a bit
Okay.
into it. So
Okay. So, looks like our friend went to join, fell in something. Okay.
Okay, do you want to take a look further into the cavern and see what you can see?
Yeah, I'm going to step up a little bit, keeping an eye on this thing.
I'm picking up the flask of oil at my feet, ready to throw it towards the creature if the flames go out. Or not go out, but look like they're close to going out.
okay. And in the northern half of this cave, you see what looks like a small camp. There's a number of bedrolls around it, some sort of fire pit. Yep.
But no bodies.
No bodies.
No
Do you want
bodies.
to go check that out?
Yep, I will stay here. Actually, hand me that flask of oil, and I will keep an eye on this. And you go check.
Okay, I will inscribe myself with Bend Light, which gives me 30 minutes of light bending features, and then I'm going to go check out. Okay.
Right.
I am carrying in my hand my. So I put my bow back across my back, and I take that staff where I inscribed some of my runes into my runic inscribed staff.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll go up here and try and investigate the camp.
Right. So amongst the bedrolls, you find some scattered coins, about 50 gold, quite a few silver pieces, and in one of the bedrolls, which looks like the least filthy bedroll, perhaps, you find 2 small opals.
Okay, that's nice to have some treasure, but anything else in there indicating what these guys are up to?
Nope. No books, no sheets, no nothing of anything. Yeah.
Okay. No bones around here. Nothing been torn apart.
No.
Okay, then I move back down, take the extra loot, and show the rest of them and say, "This is all that was up there. Still no notes or books or sheafs of paper."
So Tor and Arista have been quiet. Are you just chilling out and seeing what?
Just watching the show.
Just watching the
Just
show.
Overwatch. Yeah,
Yeah.
just Overwatch, just in case. Alkeus moved to that spot there so that he could have a better line of sight on the worm. Should something additional occur.
Yeah, the worm seems to be somewhat successful in sort of putting out some of the fire by rolling around in the black muck. But it is still there's still quite a bit of its skin is burning, and
But it doesn't seem to be too interested in us.
Nope.
So we can see.
no. If it's doing anything, it seems to be just kind of roiling in pain and trying to smother the fire.
I'll look at Baraton and say, do we light this baby up a little bit more? Leave it.
How damaged does it look on a scale of 1 to 10?
Well, the fact that it's beginning at like a -5, given that its skin is kind of not complete and not quite rotting, but just incomplete. I don't know. I'd say if you were thinking about how much damage you did to it,
how much is it burned? Let's say.
Maybe 5 to 10% of it.
I think one more flask isn't going to make enough difference to.
Right.
Yeah, it's not. You're not going to have enough oil, unless you have several barrels of oil you want to roll in here somehow. And
were there any barrels of oil in rooms 3 or 9?
No.
no.
That would have been perfect. Okay, so I think we'll need to find some other solution to this, but not today.
No. I don't think it's going anywhere at this point.
No. It appears that it's trapped in this room, whatever it is.
Yep. I think we just shut the door behind us when we leave.
Is there anything we can do to make the door more shut? Lock it or warp it, or I guess there's not much we can do.
I have some pitons. You can stick it.
Yeah, but I mean, close it from people coming in from the outside. And we can't pit on it. Well, we could pit on it from the inside and then use my Yeah, but then we'll all need to go
I
back
don't
to the
know.
keep or something. Yeah.
The whole reason I was thinking closing it is just so that the worm, if it ever stuck its head in here, wouldn't say like, "Oh, there's an opening,"
Yeah.
and then try to ramrod itself. It's almost
But
going
don't
to
forget
be,
there are the elementals there, and then it would need to deal with those if it did, I guess.
yeah,
Well, if it barely fits through that passage, it almost certainly won't fit
Right.
down that stair. Or even
right.
through the
I
door
know.
frame, for that matter.
I'm not against closing the door. I was just thinking if we could have sealed it from anyone else coming
Yeah.
in. But,
And keep in mind the door swings into that room, so
Yeah.
if you're as
Yeah,
you said,
it
you'd have to
swings
pit on
in.
it from the inside and then pour it out somehow.
Yeah. My idea on the closing was just to make it simple intelligence if it ever got that far. Not see a way out.
Can I have my oil back, please, if you're not going to throw
Yep,
it
I
at
will
us?
hand it back to you.
Thank you. Okay, so then I suggest we leave,
Yep.
given there's no other discernible exit.
Mark, are there any identifiable inscriptions on the altar? Oh,
No, the altar is plain or devoid of any kind of writing or scribbling. It is stained, heavily stained with dark blood, dried blood, but has no markings. There really wasn't any marking in this room aside from those bracelets, which had that sort of pictogram, that image. In either this room or the other room, for that matter.
okay.
Yep. And we have now explored this cavern, at least as much as we can, other than this door to the west of 11, but it was quite boarded up.
Yep, it was
So
barred. Yep.
to keep something from the other side coming in.
Before Alkeus and I leave, I'm going to ask him to do a check of the altar, knowing that
Well,
sometimes priestly folk conceal things within the altar, that kind of make sure it's not shiftable or any secret compartment.
going back to that door that was sealed, there's nothing we found that looks like a prison where they may have kept this woman. Is it possible they might have prisoners behind that door? In which case, leaving it sealed would be sentencing them to a slow, agonizing, starving death.
No, there was like no. I remember there was almost like nobody had been in room 11 in a very long time. The dust was thick.
Yeah. And there were those
We-
broken bones, yeah. I
Yeah,
remember that.
we were the first to be in there in quite some time. So wherever they got this woman, they brought her here. Versus, kept. So I think we should regroup in room 1. And the phantom dice.
And getting back to the altar search, Tor, and Alkeus both do kind of a thorough search of the altar, and you don't find any hidden areas, any hidden doors or traps or anything like that. It's just sort of a solid steel, solid dust, stone slab.
Okay.
So I guess back to the keep to ask Priest if he knows anything about this worm emblem, or if he knows anyone else who may be able to help.
Okay. So we'll have to pick that up next week.
Oh yes, it is.
Yeah, we're right around few minutes
It
after
is
the hour.
time. Yep.
So to recap, you picked up I shouldn't say quite a bit of coin. You picked up some coin, which is well, that's a lot of gold to be carrying around at this point.
Yeah.
The
we need to
robes.
exchange.
You said you weren't interested in the robes, right? So
Yeah, only the
ornate robes.
archpriests.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll remove the robes. Found the two opals, small opals up in the camp in the corner.
Yep.
Got your 2 unidentified amulets, which seem to have some sort of arcane or magic symbol on them. They seem unrelated to the bracelets. I'm sorry, did you grab the bracelets or
One of them.
one of them?
Yep. Wrapped in cloth.
What
Okay.
did we do with the rest? What I'm inclined to do is stand at the entrance to room 4 and then toss them all into the
pool.
The pool. Because then, if anyone's going to get them, they need to get past the elementals first. Any thoughts?
I would say sure.
That
As
or
long as the elementals don't get pissed and come roaming
Well, they
outside
didn't
of
mind
the
you
pool.
throwing a stone, so I suggest we throw it and then hightail it out of the cavern.
we could just throw them down the well and room.
Yeah, but the well, anyone could go down and get them. Like, we got stuff out there. But the pool, no one's going in there in a hurry.
You could just bind them all up into, a chunk of something
chunk.
from one of the, and just
And
chuck
just
one.
toss them all in together, yeah.
Yep, and head on out. We're out of here.
Okay, so we do that with all except one of the bracelets.
Okay.
Then we get back and Priya says, "Oh, but you need all of the bracelets to track down the evil."
No, you need all of them to form Voltron. There we go.
So
There we go.
So we all hightail it out after having the bracelets into room 4's pool.
All right. Yeah, so as you expect when you do that, those creatures do reappear. So, all right, and then we'll start off beginning of next session. Since you're heading back to the keep, we'll also deal with the XP at that point too.
Yep, that's fine.
Cool.
So is Jen out next week?
I guess I gotta have that discussion with her. I'd like to say if anything, she might be out, and then we could run without her. But let me see if I'm actually really needed or not.
Yeah.
So then
That's
we'll
good.
have to figure out this. We only have one vehicle, so
Yeah.
we'll have to work out the transportation, but we'll figure that out.
Well, in the meantime, do you want to start having, testing or whatever for a alternate
Oh, okay.
audio?
Yeah, I mean, worst case, we can assume that we might just show back up here. But yeah, let's have a discussion maybe this week in the chat and figure out.
Yeah, because if we are using an alternate venue, I'd rather test it before the session.
Absolutely.
Not just go straight into it, because otherwise we'll spend like an hour of the limited time.
Yeah.
Just.
Yep, that's a good point. So maybe if we could schedule time, a couple of us can give her a shot. To be honest with you, Jen and I have a kind of a commercial, something that's like Zoom. It's not Zoom, but it's like Zoom. But we don't have a chat substitute. So we'll...
Yeah, that is nice sometimes to be able to share stuff in the chat.
Yeah.
Particularly for information between sessions and stuff like that.
Exactly, yep.
Yeah.
So if you have a nomination for your favorite alternate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really have any.
Yeah, I know.
It does so much. It's yeah.
Well, like I said, I have an account at it already, and it does the same thing as Gordon. A lot there are things that actually do better. So that might be worth looking into, but I'm not married.
Yeah.
Do any of you use Telegram? We could create a Telegram group, and that has voice capabilities.
Never heard of it.
It's
Telegram?
free. It's end-to-end encrypted, and it's let's say very privacy friendly.
Yes.
We've
Yeah.
actually, Mark and I have been using it for years.
It's becoming more and more popular. It's becoming where everyone flocks to after
You
the
do
scourges.
need a cell phone though to get an account.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's about the only limitation.
Although I heard they're getting rid of that requirement as well, but
Yeah, you're not. You need a cell phone to get an account, but after that, you can use it on your PC.
Yeah, sure. But
I've
and I use
used
it on my PC
Signal.
and cell phone. But the good thing about requiring a cell phone is it really does. There's still some spam on it, but it gets cut back a lot. I think by
Yeah.
the requirement to have a cell phone number.
yeah.
Well, and if you are going to do Telegram, don't bother downloading it from the Apple Store or the Google Play Store. Just go straight to Telegram to download it.
Yes.
Otherwise, you get the watered down version that is censored up the wazoo by Apple and Google.
Yep.
Well, I don't get what you mean. I have the Apple. Well, they've got to go via the Apple Store, otherwise you can't have an app. So, and I have the Apple Store version. I haven't seen any limitations on it, and I use it on
Well-
my PC
There are
desktop
some
as well.
limitations.
So the way they limited it is not the app itself, but the rooms, the channels that you can have access to on the if you sourced your Telegram from either store, they've censored quite a few channels, a number of channels.
Okay. I
and-
have no idea. I've never had a censored channel, but then I use it mostly on desktop, so maybe I'm
Yeah.
accessing the channels that way. I don't know.
And it wouldn't matter for us. We wouldn't
So
necessarily.
we'd have our own channel anyway, and
right.
that's a solution there.
Yeah.
But Telegram I know works well. So
Well, maybe that'll be the way to go because at least there's 3 of us that have it.
Does anybody else already use Telegram?
No,
I have
I never heard of it.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
do some
surprised you have
research
it.
on it.
Yeah, look into it because knowing your sensibilities, which I agree with probably mostly. Yeah, Telegram is kind of, because I don't know if you're familiar with Signal, right?
No, I'm not.
Oh,
The
wow.
Signal I've used for years.
Yeah, now just FYI, people have found there is a direct trace between Signal and the CIA. So just so you know, it is the original
No.
founding of Signal was CIA funded.
Well, it's Google too.
Yeah.
Signal shouldn't be Google.
No, you get it.
No,
You
I'm
can get it
saying
from
Google
Google.
was originally
Oh, yeah.
founded by the
Yeah.
CIA fund.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
did
That's
I
not a
ever
conspiracy. That's true.
did I ever tell you guys that I was part of a counteraction team for a government attack against our organization?
Wow, really? Okay.
Yeah, we were attacked by British intelligence, by GCHQ.
Are you kidding me? Really?
No, really. And I was part of the core team to clean up and resolve everything afterwards.
No
It was
kidding.
in the Snowden reports and everything. So I'll send you a link
Wow.
if you like.
And this is a theoretically friendly government, and
Yeah, this is an ally government. I was furious.
that's well, I should say it's
Understandable.
unbelievable. It's totally believable, but that's
Yeah, I was
just.
going to say.
I mean, if you'd have said it was Iran or China or something, I'd be like, well, yeah, not surprising, but yeah.
Hang on.
Oh well.
I'll put a link in the chat.
Yeah, I'm curious to hear more.
There's a Wikipedia article for it.
Interesting. Yeah.
It was incredible actually, because I was talking to one of my colleagues who headed up one of the Windows servers team, and we were having a coffee, and he said, "Oh, we found some suspicious files that seem a bit odd," and he said, "We sent them for analysis." I said, "Oh, okay." He said, "Yeah, it seems malicious," and I said, "Well, one of the big questions to ask is, if this isn't flagging on any of the existing threat analysis tools, or this is something completely new. Have the antivirus companies and agencies that we're reporting to, are they seeing this from other places, or is this just us? And the next day I had it joined in for another coffee. He said, oh yeah, it's just us. And then I knew it was big shit right from the start. As soon as he said it's just us, never seen before attack. And then it's like, okay, yeah, fun.
State actors.
So you're saying that was Telegram or Telegraph that we're thinking about?
Telegram.
Graham.
Graham. Okay.
Graham.
All right.
Mhm. Yeah, do some research on it. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised.
Okay. Yeah, my only initial concern is the cell phone thing, but I'll look into it. If it's not that big a deal.
Yeah, I mean, if you're like level 1, no traceability, anonymity, this does fail that test. But that's about the only test I know that it would fail. I mean, in terms of end-to-end encryption, all that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll see. You'll do your research. You'll figure it out.
All right. Sounds good.
Cool.
Yeah. So another thing I found out during this attack was how distorted media reporting on events are. Because of course we were all under strict NDAs and everything else. So the amount of information, and we believe we know where they were getting their information, but the type of information they're getting was so distorted, it was just it was just wrong in some cases.
Yeah, it's terrible. You can't trust them anymore.
But if you look online, there's even some full articles detailing the attack, and I'd say they're about 60 to 70% accurate. But it's still interesting reading nonetheless.
Cool. That sounds cool. I'm gonna read that.
One of the other interesting things is it was not reported on in the UK at all. So I believe the government does have a special mechanism they can use to order news agencies to not report on a specific piece of news for national security. I believe they used that because none of my friends in the UK had seen or heard anything at all about this. Whereas in Belgium, of course, everyone was in uproar.
Yeah.
And yet,
Wow.
I gotta say, Pete, after having had this experience, you're not more cautious about everything?
Having had this experience, I know damn well that what they want to get, they can get.
But I mean, like
one of the biggest ironies is when I left university, I actually applied to and was accepted by GCHQ, and I was going to go and work for them. And then I had an offer from the Belgian telecommunications company, and I thought, oh, this will be cool. Go live in another country, no ties, straight out of university. I'll do that instead. And then, just over a decade later, I'm facing attacks from the company the agency I would have worked for.
Yeah.
I do sometimes wonder what it would have been like, or how life would have been different if I went to work for GCHQ out of university instead of moving to Belgium. But hey,
Some pretty scary stuff, man. It really is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
there's a lot going on, and you just need to deal with what you know and be reasonably cautious. Keep your nose clean, and know the limitations of how much you can protect yourself. And there are limitations, and unless that you're going down a very, very super paranoid path, someone who wants to find out where you talk, who you talk to, even if they can't see what you say, they'll still get a lot of information.
Yeah.
So,
Now, Chris, we've said you're in mid-Michigan, and you guys know we're near Chicago. Isaac, whereabouts are you? And Pete obviously is in Belgium. Are you
I am.
okay with that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I'm in Western North Carolina mountains, which is
Well, I'm jealous.
which is we lost power last week, so
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
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 Yeah. So
Beautiful.
he may not be
Yeah.
very far from when we were out that way, Mark. 11 years ago.
Yeah.
Where'd you guys go? Where'd you guys come?
We were in Eastern Tennessee. We
Oh yeah, yeah. That's just right
crossed
over
the
the mountains
border
from us.
into what was that? What's that town there? Not
Oh, Pigeon Forge and
Pigeon
is it Streeterville or
Or
something like that?
Sevierville.
yeah.
See,
Sevierville.
that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking of the
Yeah.
is it Asheville?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
where
I
I
don't
live.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. What is the town? Basically, you go up the mountain in Tennessee and you come down in North Carolina. What's that town there where the gap is?
Mm.
You remember the mountain we
Let's see,
walked up, Mark?
Scylla.
And then we went on the tower, and you didn't go near the edge.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. It
Oh,
straddles like 2 or 3 states or whatever. Yeah, I know. But I can't remember the name of it.
it's Mount Mitchell.
No.
It's not far from Pigeon Forge. I know that much.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's
Oh, and
no
in
on
fact,
the other
in town there
on the
was
Tennessee side.
no, it's on the North Carolina side. It starts with a G.
Oh, wait a minute. Gee,
I keep wanting to say Gainesville, but that's Florida.
yeah.
The internet in front of me. Gosh, of course now it's not loading.
I'm looking at a map. I'm not. We're not far from the border, but I don't see anything G. You got Murphy and Franklin and Silva and those cities, those towns that go down toward there, and then you got Cherokee where the casinos are. But I don't remember G. What was it?
Gatlinburg.
Oh,
Oh, that's Tennessee. Yeah, that's on the
yeah.
Tennessee side.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was my mistake. It was still Tennessee.
Oh yeah. That's a cool town too. Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, Sevierville, right all that stuff right there
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, it was really interesting. And I just see now, Mark, that they have a Titanic museum in Pigeon Forge now. Ethan may want to go back.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I'm not sure I want to go doing a bunch of driving right now
Really?
with the gas. and that one vehicle that we have is not exactly the most gas friendly vehicle, so
No, it's not. It could
Yeah,
be
tell me
worse.
about it. Tell me about it. I just put a supercharger in my truck before all this happened. You may or may not know with a supercharger you have to use
The higher
premium
octane.
fuel.
Yeah.
So now not 3 octane. So now I'm paying like 4.65 a gallon or something.
mhm.
Yeah.
It's $4.25 for the cheap stuff here.
Oh wow, that's more expensive than us. We're like 4.09 or something here in North Carolina.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
the cheap stuff?
Yeah, for the high octane or the premium, it's like 509.
Yeah.
We just had a huge price drop in fuel costs here because they went up crazy until day before yesterday, or Friday, and yesterday prices dropped back down again. So it was up to I think just over €2 a liter at one point,
That's all.
and now it's
Yeah.
back to 180 a liter. But that's huge.
Wow, man, stuff's getting expensive.
It is.
I think
And let's convert
I saw
that
out in
to
California.
gallons.
Oh yeah, there's like
Oh.
7+ for the cheap
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, it was like $7.98 for the premium out in
Yeah.
California.
Now,
People wants to live crazy. And that's all the other craziness out.
now is that because that's the landed cost, the delivered cost, or is that because of taxes?
Well, this
It's just California.
that's the highest. Yeah, that's the highest state tax in the country. They've got all kinds of this, that, and the other taxes on everything out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, California.
Well, because
That's
Illinois
what-
is not far
exactly
behind.
Their taxes on everything out here. Our property taxes are higher than our mortgage.
Yeah, so I just converted it to dollars and US gallons. So the peak in Belgium was about $8.40 for a gallon of diesel.
Don't go,
Oh my
don't
god.
go, because they can walk places.
That's true.
Public transportation. Don't go, they aren't forced to use fuel the way we are.
That is true.
We also have
I saw a
slightly
video
less
on a
guzzling vehicles. So.
Like,
I
when
saw a
was the
video
last time you
from a-
had to fill your tank, Pete?
Yesterday, because I was nearly on empty, but yeah.
And the time before that?
Time before that was when I drove 600 miles to visit my parents the week before.
So not nearly as often as we have to.
I can tell you it was painful. When I went to visit my parents, I was paying £2 a litre. So hang on, let me work that out. Yeah, so...
I watched
Kind
a
of wish you hadn't taken off
video
so
from
quickly.
No.
I was going to say, I watched a fellow that was born in the UK and then he moved to Chicago, and the video is about some of the differences, things that are different between the UK and the US. And basically, one of the things was saying, and this is sort of relevant to driving in Belgium. One of the things he was saying was that if people in America look at a 100-mile drive as just a normal thing. That's not an unusual thing for them. But that in UK, that would be like a momentous of like a road trip or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
right.
I just worked out when I was in the UK, I paid the equivalent of $9.95 a gallon for diesel, not for petrol, for diesel.
Yeah. Which I think diesel's like $4.35 here.
Oh, it's more than that. Diesel's
Oh.
up at $5 a gallon here.
Yeah, so double it,
Yeah,
and then
here
you get
too,
into our prices. So.
Well, we used to have a refinery less than 10 miles from here, and then they shut it down because it was just not economical to run, which is, I think, just a bunch of horse shit, but that's just what it is.
Anyway, guys, I'm going to have to make a
Yep.
move. Thanks very much for the game.
Yep.
A lot of fun. I'm glad we didn't die. That worm is a bit puzzling,
Agreed.
but something to figure out.
Yeah, kind of glad that Tor survived and was the hero of the day.
Have a great week, and hopefully we have a game next week. But if not, then I'll see you maybe the week after that. But we'll see.
Okay.
Cheers.
Sounds good.
Thank you, guys.
Cheers, everybody.
All right, we'll see you guys.
Yep.